You insolent idiots! They came over the Canadian border!
Liberal! You fatty!
Instead of cursing at people, I'm just curious, what is it here that you disagree with?
We're independent media.
We're independent media. Just out here trying to ask some questions. No one would talk to us.
Along with mainstream media, they complicit. CNN, they're a terrorist organization.
Yes, they are.
CNN is a terrorist organization, I repeat. And they're working along with the deep state and the CIA.
Hey there everybody, it's Hunter Avallone here, and I'm joined by my friend Luke Staley. And as you probably read from the title of this video, we went to some rallies and had a little bit of fun.
Today, Hunter and I went to Washington, D.C. to check out some of the protests and demonstrations being held by various political groups.
There were multiple events going on. There were actually 3 rallies. There was one in favor of free speech, there was one against political violence, and the last one was an Antifa rally. And that's where we had the most fun. So it all kind of started. We were walking down the street, headed towards the White House. This demonstration that was against political violence was being held right behind the White House. So we went there, and then there was this one dude with a booth and a lot of signs, and he was anti-Trump. But I had a good opportunity to sit down and have a little conversation with him, and he actually was a pretty good guy.
You see, I mean, me and you, we actually do.
I think,
have
honestly,
some
I think we agree.
understanding on each other.
Yeah, and I think we agree a lot. I mean, because, you know, you say that you want, you believe that we should be vetted. All that Trump's, you know, Muslim ban, which I don't like to call it that because I don't agree that it is one.
None of those 7 nations are a Rastafarian nation, a Christian nation, a practitioner.
Well, none of those,
Judaism.
but none of those nations are also, aren't even the areas with the largest amount of Muslims.
Right, they're not.
So,
Because he
what I was
doesn't
going
mind doing business, a petroleum business with Saudi Arabia. And, $108 billion for this year and $350 billion over the next 4 years.
And although we disagreed on some points, he was clearly educated enough to hold a reasonable discussion. Not so much can be said for someone who came and interrupted us.
I mean, it would have to be the areas that are on the list were already marked as countries of concern from the Obama administration.
I do know that. But yet he still didn't have the ban.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between being on the list and being banned.
You do realize that Obama had the very same ban. No one hold on. Excuse me.
Yeah, this one woman, I'd say she gave conservatives a very bad look.
The difference is the presidents. One is President Trump. If he became God tomorrow, you would find fault with him sitting here today. Said if
You
he
are
became
a
a God
demagogue to even have that come out of your mouth.
Thank you, God. Donald Trump is our president. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, that he's given us borders. Thank you, God, he's given us jobs.
Us borders?
Yes.
Hey, John, we never had borders before Donald Trump. They came over the Canadian border.
Liberal.
I'm not
I'm
not a liberal.
Thank God
There are 59 federal judges that think he's full of shit.
Liberal judges.
Not liberal judges.
Although we thought she was being a little irrational, we as open-minded people thought it would be good to go and get her perspective. You said this obviously here is a rally against political violence. We want to be peaceful, promote civil discourse. As a Trump supporter, did you feel like you were the target of any verbal or physical violence throughout the election?
My car got burned totally down because I was a Trump.
Your car was burned down?
Yes, because I was a Trump supporter. Yeah, I should be able to say whatever, just like that man. He has a right to say what he has.
You don't have to like what I say, but you don't have the right to kill me over it.
So a little bit later on, we were just kind of walking around. We had already interviewed some people, but we were headed back in that same direction. And then this one liberal woman was over there making a big scene. It's unfortunate because she kind of fit that painfully cliche but stereotypical idea of what a liberal looks like.
Fuck you, fatty.
Excuse me, ma'am. Instead of cursing at people, I'm just curious, what is it here that you disagree with?
I disagree with any party that embraces racism, sexism, homophobia, Islamophobia, actually encourages violence against others.
Who's encouraging violence? Who's encouraging violence?
Oh, you're so clever, honey.
So what else do you disagree with? I'm curious.
I just listed a whole bunch of things.
So do you support
the Better Care Act, which actually is going to harm 23 million Americans? How about that? How about the gerrymandering, which I mentioned to this charming guy?
Ask her why she wants government to be her daddy. Why do you want government to be your daddy?
That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, sure does. That's like a childish, nonsensical argument. Fuck you, fatty.
I've been having a childish, nonsensical argument the entire time.
Are you going to ad hominem me? Fuck you, fatty.
I couldn't be farther from xenophobic or racist. I'm a first-generation American. Where do you come from when you say, like, I represent racism and xenophobia?
Do you see the people around you?
I didn't ask about the people around me.
No, that's what I'm
You
asking.
hate generalizations.
If you are supporting a party that supports xenophobia, racism, sexism, and all sorts of other deplorable personal stances, is actively against many of its citizens.
Yeah, and if I said all women belong in a kitchen, you'd say it's sexist. Don't represent me with my whole party.
I just
say
you have chosen to support a party that doesn't support you.
So,
where did you go to law school?
I'm still an undergrad. Yeah, isn't that?
Oh, honey, you can tell me all about it. Thomas Jefferson was not a Confederate. He's the third president of the United States, existed long before the Confederacy. Yes, he did.
Disavow, you have to disavow.
No, I don't. I'm so glad you're making a video of this for your, like, white pride.
I have a question, ma'am, because you seem to be making a lot of generalizations. How is this supporting white pride at all? How is this event supporting white pride? We're here supporting a get.
Your friend, and I'll ask you the same question. How many white supremacists or neo-Nazis have to come to a rally to make it a white supremacist?
You haven't pointed out.
Where's a Nazi? Where's a neo-Nazi here?
Where are they?
Do I need to point out that Trump
Yes.
supporters are neo-Nazis?
Yes, absolutely. There's no way you can tell me that you can just point at someone and say you're a Nazi and then not give any reason as to why they are a Nazi.
No, you asked me how I think that the Trump administration supports white pride, and I said
I asked you
to make it a white supremacist rally.
I asked you how you think this event supports white pride because you said there's a lot of white pride going on here.
Oh, there's certainly a lot of white pride going on here.
How is there white pride when there's several different mixed race people all here supporting things?
First off, I've been repeatedly disparaged for being a woman, so thanks for that.
From who? What do they say? What do they say? Because I'm against that. I would want to know too.
I believe one of your little friends just said, "Nobody cares about you, lady." Did that happen?
They would say the same thing if it was a man protesting. It has nothing to do with you being a woman.
My husband is here talking, and nobody has told him
about you, lady.
Ma'am.
Better if I say it. So after our unfortunate run-in with the typical liberal female feminist, we decided to head over to the Antifa rally, which was being held in front of the Metropolitan Police Station.
All right, guys, we are in the middle of D.C. and we are approaching the Antifa rally. Definitely a little bit nervous, but also kind of excited. So let's go there, ask them some questions, and possibly troll them if it works out.
During the civil rights movement, when that brought out, the U.S. decided to set up
What was kind of interesting, at very least, was they weren't nearly as violent as we often see. They were just kind of losers. All of them were either fat, ugly, they had greasy hair, and then all but two people would talk to us. What is this rally for?
I'm not interested in being interviewed.
So you won't even talk to me because I have a different opinion?
You know, you're welcome to listen to our rally.
You're obviously a provocateur. I don't talk to you.
No, sir. I'm trying to understand your own opinions. He's not a sir.
We're independent media. We're going to all the rallies today, not just this one. And
All the rallies.
We're wondering what you have to say.
Including the Nazi rallies.
Yeah, I mean,
Then leave.
we got to see what they have to say.
I'm just really curious what this is all about.
Right wing is across town, basically talking about free speech. Those who are in danger of actually having their speech marginalized are the people who are actually people of color in the LGBTQIA community. It's not like some big giant body of people. It's actually a philosophy of being opposed to totalitarianism, of being opposed to authoritarianism. That's what we're about. We're not.
Isn't it?
We actually support freedom. We support freedom. And
isn't it authoritarianism to try and shut down other people's free speech, though, even if your movement doesn't agree with them?
Okay, first of all, free speech, like the amendment says, Congress shall make no law to abridge the right to free speech. Mm-hmm. Our showing up and actually protesting at their events is actually an indication that we've listened already to what is being said. No one is abridging anyone's free speech. We are actually
well, when people people cause so much riots and violence to actually get them shut down, it is.
Our own right to exist. And that is all that I have to say about that.
So we're here at the Antifa rally, and on the side of me here, they are passing out animal crackers and other anti-fascism kind of things. I'm not sure if I'm at an Antifa rally or a potluck. Kind of wish I was part of the Antifa so that I could get some food, some snacks, hang out at the picnic. So Antifa's been enjoying a lot of hamburgers and popsicles, and the only thing I'm wondering is how many popsicles and hamburgers would be properly rationed for them under socialism. What was really appalling, honestly, was this one guy that came up and started speaking, and what he said was honestly really, really disgusting.
Fuck the troops, there we go, now it's loud. Fuck the United States. And fuck capitalism. Organize for community self-defense. It's not over until America is.
This man was saying F the troops. I don't know if he realizes how many fathers and mothers and sons and daughters and brothers and sisters have died to give him the freedom to say that. I mean, it shows an ignorance of how much has been sacrificed in the name of freedom. This country is far better than people like that deserve. To say that to the people who have given their lives, seen their friends die, seen their friends given their lives in the name of this country so that we could have the freedom to have free speech, as disgusting as that is.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even make me that emotional. It just made me kind of pissed off. I mean, the troops are out there fighting to give these dumbasses the right to say that kind of shit. It's honestly just, it's appalling. But it was after this that Luke suggested that I go up there and start screaming that I support the police.
Thank you, police! Thank you for your service! Thank you!
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, police! I salute the troops!
I know it's hard dealing with idiots all day, man. I feel you. Thank you for your service.
I'm sorry you guys have to deal with these morons. Yeah. We support you! We support you!
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys! I salute the troops!
Fuck yourself!
We're independent media.
We're independent media. Just out here trying to ask some questions. No one would talk to us.
Are y'all blogs? Where do we find your work?
You can find me online.
Hunter Avallone?
Hunter Avallone, yes.
Sorry, I'm a little jumpy. Don't bother me. I just don't trust you behind us.
You want to get another picture?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, cool. But no one would talk to me. Everyone refused to talk to me here.
You just shouted that you support the police.
It's why? No. I want to know why. Why is supporting the police bad? Why is supporting the police bad?
Here we do have an issue. This little thing, it said, "How rare is a steak? A peaceful Muslim." That's not funny.
It's called it's a meme, sir. It's a joke.
It's a meme, but it's not cool.
It's a meme. It's a joke.
Memes carry weight, yo.
Memes do not carry weight. All right, so we are now leaving the Antifa rally. It went pretty well. They were not as violent as I was expecting, but most of them were pretty cowardly. Most of them refused to speak to me. They wouldn't even engage in any kind of conversation, which was pretty lame. However, I did have some decent conversations with the first woman and then the last guy we talked to. They were both actually willing to have a discussion, but everyone else seemed to be kind of a bunch of cowards. They wouldn't speak to us. They were too busy eating their popsicles or screaming F the troops or eating a hamburger, all a result of capitalism. And without the troops, they wouldn't even have the right to say F the troops. So a lot of hypocrisy going on, but all in all, it was a pretty good experience.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and follow Luke on Instagram. Give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. On a side note, we're not the Warskis.